How do you beat White's anti-Sicilian lines in the Sicilian defense? Imagine facing a game where White cleverly sidesteps the main lines of the Sicilian defense. They choose moves like c3, nc3, or even f4 to avoid the sharpest battles. How do you respond effectively? That's what we're here to find out. Anti-Sicilian lines are designed to steer the game into more positional and less tactical waters. White aims to control the pace and structure, making it harder for Black to use typical Sicilian plans. These lines often delay or avoid the open d for push, which is a hallmark of the main Sicilian. Instead, White develops slowly, focusing on solid setups like the Alapin with c3, or the closed Sicilian with nc3 and kingside f4. Black's goal is to challenge White's setup early on. For the Alapin, playing d5 immediately is a strong move. It fights for the center and can lead to positions where Black's pieces are active and well-coordinated. If White plays x5, recapturing with the queen or pawn can open lines for Black's pieces. Alternatively, developing the knight to f6 attacks the e for pawn and keeps options open for central expansion. In the closed Sicilian, White often fianchettos the king's bishop and castles quickly. Black should develop naturally with moves like knight to c6, pawn to g6, and bishop to g7. This setup prepares for a flexible pawn break like e5, which can gain space and open lines for Black's pieces. It's important to keep the position solid and avoid unnecessary weaknesses. For the Grand Prix Attack, where White aims for a quick kingside push with f4, Black needs to develop calmly. Moving the knight to c6, castling, and preparing to strike in the center with d5 are key ideas. Black should avoid rushing into exchanges that give White a strong attacking position. Instead, focus on maintaining balance and exploiting White's slow development. In lines like Rossolimo or Moscow variations, White's bishop checks and early knight moves aim to disrupt Black's setup. Black should respond with moves like knight to c6 and g6, preparing to fianchetto the bishop. Controlling the center with moves like e5 or d5 when appropriate can help Black gain space and counter White's plans. A common mistake for Black is to underestimate these anti-Sicilian lines and play passively. Instead, study typical plans for each variation. Recognize that White's small concessions, like blocking the c3 square or delaying central pawn pushes, give Black opportunities. Exploit these by quick development and central control. Using a database of Grandmaster games can show you how top players handle these lines. Practice key positions to build intuition for the best responses. Keep up with new ideas as anti-Sicilian theory evolves. In summary, to beat White's anti-Sicilian lines, identify the variation, fight for the center early, develop actively, and look for White's small weaknesses to target. Flexibility and preparation are your best tools. With consistent study and practice, you can turn these quieter lines into opportunities for a strong game.